The Federal Reserve made its third cut in a row at their final meeting of the year. Interest rates falling by 0.25%, but signaling there might be a higher bar for more cuts in the coming months as more data comes in. So when will the Americans feel relief from the affordability crunch and possibly on housing rates? Let's bring in Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick. Howard, I know the president wanted a deeper cut. Did you?
I do. I think the United States of America still has the highest rates of any amazing country with the greatest credit. I mean, think about it. We are the greatest country with the greatest credit, and we pay the most for our bonds. It just doesn't make any sense. Interest rates in America should be much lower. The cost of housing should be much lower. President Trump understands it, and that is absolutely correct.
Right, but they said they don't have enough data because of the government shutdown. How do you expect that when that data comes in, what about when they do a visit again in January, February?
Well, I think what you'll see is that the economy is doing really, really well, but interest rates can still be lower. You can have a growing economy and lower interest rates. You don't always have to put the brakes on no matter what. And that's the president's idea, which is you can have a great growing economy. You've got this sort of AI boom going on, all these data centers being built. Right. Why can't we have lower interest rates as well to really turbocharge a deep growth in America? The president understands it, and he talks about it all the time.
So the Gold Card, when it comes to the visa, the Gold Card visa program went from an idea to an actual program now. The American people are getting familiar with this and what it's going to bring and who's going to come here. Tell me the criteria for someone to be eligible for your Gold Card, the Trump Gold Card.
So it's trumpcard.gov. It's live right now. You apply for it. You pay $15,000 and you get the most rigorous vetting that's ever been done on new people coming to America. They used to pay something like $600, $800 and do that vetting. This is a $15,000 vetting to make sure we have absolutely the best people. And then they make a gift to the United States of $1 million. So finally, instead of coming in for free and just getting online and coming for free, now these people make a gift to the United States of America of $1 million. So you know these are the best people coming in. They're economically capable of driving our economy, and they're really being better. And so this is sort of raising the value of the people coming into this country.
So are they also bound to open up a business, hire Americans?
Well, they don't know. They just get to come to America. This is sort of the green card, much more powerful, right? You pay $1 million. It goes really swiftly. You get an amazingly strong vetting, and they come in. But you have to remember, green card recipients made 1/3 less than the average American. So we were taking in the bottom quartile, the bottom 25% of America. Why? Why shouldn't we take in the top of the top? And that's what President Trump is thinking. Let's bring in the best people to help America, and let's put $1 million down towards America.
So Rachel Campos Duffy, whose husband is Sean Duffy, as you know, who is Secretary of Transportation, is able to sit down with the wives of the cabinet members. I don't know if you know this or not. And one of those wives is this woman named Allison Lutnick. She was asked a question about what should people know about her husband. Buckle up. Watch.
I would want people to know that how much Howard cares about this job, that he's working so hard. The pace hasn't changed. In New York, he worked 24/7, and he's still doing that because he's got a boss now after 40 years that works 24/7. Yeah. But he really cares about this job and doing right by America, and I'm really proud to watch that. He's also a wonderful husband, and today we're celebrating our 31-year anniversary.
Congratulations. Your thoughts about that?
Thank you. You know, you didn't understand. Before I joined the government, I had no idea how it works, but there's so much you can get done that really all that's in your way is time. So we just give it all we've got. The president sleeps less than me. I sleep 5 hours a night. The president sleeps 4 hours a night, and he's working all the time. He calls me late at night. He wants to talk about the day. He's on it all the time. It is the most impressive thing you've ever seen.
So, Howard, you got to watch on Saturday. Find out more because Rachel Campos Duffy will have that on Fox and Friends on the weekend edition. Thanks so much for joining us today. Congratulations on the Gold Card launch. I know how hard you worked on that, too. Howard Lutnick, thank you.
All right, go to trumpcard.gov. Let's get people to sign up and go.
Okay, make sure there's a lot of money in that account. All right, thanks so much, Howard.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.